Nigeria's aviation sector regulators must be more proactive rather than reactive in carrying out their duties to ensure the safety of the country's airspace. Investigative journalist David Hundeyin expressed this opinion Wednesday on News Centre's Breakfast Show. Hundeyin was dissecting the issues in Nigeria's aviation sector and recent infractions in flight operations. News Centre's Chidimma Onah has more.
Nigeria's aviation came under heavy scrutiny recently due to the embarrassing incident of flight miscalculations and wrong travel patterns. Investigative journalist David Hundeyin was on the News Central's Breakfast Show on Wednesday to shed some light on some issues in Nigeria's aviation sector.
This is a systemic issue within the Nigerian aviation space. Bear in mind that as soon as this issue made it to the public space, the first thing the NCAA did that they announced that they had suspended the permission given to United Airlines to operate wet-leased aircraft in Nigeria. So already that tells you that they know what the issue is and they've chosen to turn a blind eye.
David Hundeyin pointed out some factors that pose a hindrance to flight operators in Nigeria. He also highlighted the importance of having Nigerian pilots on domestic flight routes.
You're a young pilot, you're trying to build your hours, you've just gotten maybe you're trying to get your type ratings or whatever. They are basically going to work you almost at an unpaid level, right? There is very little respect for Nigerian labor, even at that high level. So many of these operators find it much easier and much more expedient to just bring in a wet list foreign crew to come and do everything for them. And by the way, the typical Nigerian pilot earns maybe 40–45% of what their foreign counterpart makes in Nigeria.
The role of the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, is effective regulation was also placed on the spotlight. Hundeyin said the agency needed to be more proactive in curbing errors in the aviation sector.
The players in the Nigerian aviation space are determined to maintain the status quo until inevitably, when that fatal accident happens, and then you start running around, this one accident investigation bureau, this one committee, this one probe. Meanwhile, all of this can be fixed right now proactively. But that's something we don't like doing in Nigeria. We are basically making a bad situation worse, where Nigeria is already going through a series of economic problems. The last thing Nigeria needs is to be cut off even further from the global economy than it already is.
As the nation grows in capacity and air travel becomes more of a norm than a luxury, Nigeria's aviation sector still has more areas of improvement to ensure the safety of travelers.